In today's video, we have a reader question about communication involving behavior with a stepchild.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. We are Marcus and Ashley Kusi from ourpeacefulfamily.com, where we help married couples become better husbands and wives. In this video, we're going to answer a question we received from one of our readers.
The question is, our challenge is my husband choosing his son over everything. I am unable to communicate effectively on child behavior. I feel undermined in my own home. I cannot live with this child. How do I deal? Because it's really affecting us as a couple and the kids we share together.
Yeah, can I go?
Yeah.
So the first thing that I notice from this question is that the husband is choosing the son over the wife, which is like a huge red flag. If your spouse is choosing your kids for you, it's definitely something you want to talk with your spouse about and see where the priorities in the relationship is. Because if the son or the child, here's a son, if the child comes before the spouse, then obviously the child will know that, naturally you're going to know that, oh, you're more important than mommy. And so there will be that power struggle whereby if mommy tries to tell the son or the child to do anything, the child wouldn't take it seriously. The child will only take things that are coming from the dad seriously. And so make sure you talk to your spouse and get that really clear and ask him who comes first. Is it me or is it the child?
I disagree.
You disagree? Why?
Because it's her stepchild, first of all.
So you're married.
If I was to remarry, my children would definitely come before my next partner.
Then I personally think you shouldn't get married. If your child is going to come first before your spouse, you shouldn't get married.
That their safety and their needs are going to come first. There's a balance to have.
Yes, there's a balance to have. But when we read the question, it says that my husband is choosing his son over everything. It's not just needs; it includes wants, everything. And if the child comes first on everything, then in my opinion, I think your spouse is not helping you. There's no way this relationship is going to work in a sense whereby you will be respected by the child and by your spouse. It's going to be a really painful situation for you to live your life through.
I definitely think this is a tough situation to be in, and I think you could work together to find a balance. Some words you use, like you're feeling undermined. I can see that this is really a struggle, that you definitely need some boundaries within your relationship with your husband and relationships with your stepchild and your children that you share together. I think I would start with a conversation where you sit down and you ask him how he's feeling with this behavior. Is he overwhelmed and unsure of what to do? Does he not care? And he's just like, hey, this is how he is. And just to sit down and really find out where he's at with this. And if he just feels overwhelmed, like he doesn't know what to do. Because when you have a family that you're mixing together with his child from a previous relationship and with your children together, it adds so many different dynamics, and it can be really difficult to navigate, but not impossible. And so I definitely start first with a conversation and seek to understand where he's coming from, and then try to find a solution. Look at it as you both against the problem. The problem is not the child. The problem is the lack of boundaries and the behavior that's disrupting your family life. And one thing that I thought of you doing would be definitely to use I statements. I know that you're not doing this to make me feel X, but when this happens, I feel undermined, or however you're feeling.
Yeah.
Just to let him know that he might not really understand where you're coming from, but to sit down and have that conversation and be transparent with him about this. I would suggest maybe you suggesting, can you read a parenting book together? that way you both have like this plan and this goal of, this is the type of parenting that we'd really like to do and to go for. This is for you both to understand how children's brains work more and the psychology of their development. So you both have tools in your toolbox to combat the behavior. Some parenting books that have helped us in situations where we did not agree on disciplining would be The Whole Brain Child by Dr. Dan Siegel and No Drama Discipline.
No Drama Discipline. We'll link to those books in the description below this video, so you can definitely get them.
Yeah. Those brains really just help give you tools in your toolbox and really show you how the child's brain development works, because that's made a huge difference in us, in our parenting and everything. The other thing that I would say is, finding a solution where you can both be on the same page when it comes to the behavior. Something that could help with that is setting some house rules where certain behavior is unacceptable, and then agree on, if this happens, their iPads are going to be taken away, or whatever your consequence is for the behavior or whatever. Usually a child's behavior, that's how they're communicating. They're telling you, I need your attention, or I need, whatever they need is at the root of it. And it's usually that they need some connection of some sort. And I think that those books will help coming together to find a solution. And, just what I was saying. What was I saying?
Okay.
The last thing.
Kind of parenting.
The rules, the house rules. I think that can help just give you a baseline for your house, so that this is like, it's not an expectation that's just put on the child or just put on you or just put on your husband. It's the house rules. And without being too authoritative, you can even involve the kids. Be like, what do you think is a good rule to have for our house that keeps everybody safe and healthy and happy? And that would be my advice. So in a nutshell, first, have a conversation. Sit down and say, hey, babe, I need to talk to you about this. It's been really bothering me, and I'd really like some of your time and your attention. When is a good time for you? And then sit down and have that conversation. And first, seek to understand him and where he's at, like we said before. And then express to him how you feel using the I statements. Let him know that you're not feeling like a priority and you're not comfortable in your own home. And then you can move on to the other steps, like suggesting
you read a book together, parenting book together, know your parenting styles, because it might be like you have different parenting styles and you're clashing, and that is what is going on.
Yeah. Finding a solution that you can both agree on, whether that's house rules or that he's going to take a more proactive role in curbing the behavior. Anything else?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it's very difficult. Question. It's not easy. It's not easy when you have kids from a previous relationship and then you get married. It's a very different dynamic, and it's very, very different. The kids can make things very stressful easily. They can easily
kids in general make things
they
stressful.
can easily tear you guys apart. So working together as a team, trying to solve the problem, is what's gonna really make a difference for you guys after you've aired your feelings and everything that you're going through. Yeah. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any comments or anything that you think will help this person in their marriage to deal with the child behavior and address the issues with their spouse, feel free to leave a comment in the comment sections below this video, and we'll read it, and whoever sent us a question will most likely read it also, and then that'll be helpful. On top of that, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any new videos that we put out in the near future.
And remember, a fulfilling marriage
starts with you.